Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. This is something rare and special. A #1 versus #2 early in the season. Who's going to get the inside track, the early jump on that national championship chase? As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks free. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. He's past the 30. Inside the 10. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Irish. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pin back. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Bringing pressure. Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. And the game just good enough for a first down. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Second down play coming up. To the air, it's Howard. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20. At the 10 now. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game, to tie the game, is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Fighting off the defender. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Well, another first down run for Notre Dame. And, man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They go with a direct snap. Has the first down still on the move. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. But the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Short pass finds the tight end. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Trying to find room. It's Price. Running with purpose. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And now the running back's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Down. Got the first down, now looking for more. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the ones that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Runs through the defender. Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Extra point try coming now. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to throw. It's Howard. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string, but just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it's complete downfield. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Here comes the jet sweep, trying to run it to the edge. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Hey, they gave up some yards here, but man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now the all-important extra point. The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To the air, it's Leonard. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the second interception of this defense today.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Second down after that previous play. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They bring him down yards away from a first down.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Takes the handoff. It's low. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. It seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Picks up the first, looking for more. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. 4 set of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. He's got it near the end zone.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
And the PAT is good. And the kickoff heads out of bounds. The offense will begin from the first down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The Buckeyes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. field. It's Howard. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. An explosive play, moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
The pocket breaking down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's caught downfield. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Buckeyes will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense wraps him up.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Direct snap to the back. And we're able to get him down.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe hold them to 3 points.
That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. After this long drive, you'd hate to settle for a field goal. Can they find the end zone? 3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. That last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's got a first up. He's got room looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. This offense really clicking. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That mistake sets the offense up with a 40. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Back to pass. It's Howard. Pressure is coming. He cannot escape. The defense with a sack. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and then make an adjustment for this important play. And sack sets up an important third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going to take off. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And here comes a deep shot. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Offense has been the story of this first half. Both offenses going up and down the field as the defenses search for answers. Makes the catch downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you.
That's caught. It's Mitchell. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Breaking tackles. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Strong game by this quarterback. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
Kick travels out of bounds, and the penalty moves the ball to the 40. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's on the run. Launches deep. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. Offense is back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. He's running out of time here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Dropping back. It's Leonard. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Catch made down inside the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Went after, up and good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line. Just time enough for one more play in the half. No press here. The defense backing away. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And is intercepted. Tackled after the interception. That would be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Notre Dame 42, Ohio State 35.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. We go with a direct snap. As the first down is still going. Moves his way for a first down to the 35. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Oh, it's snapped to the back.
Linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice game.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
What a spin move. He's in the clear now.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And they keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Running through the tackle.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice game out of it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
3rd down coming up after that running play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Catch made, looking to the goal line. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Dropping back, it's Howard. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I'd really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The back's got it. Powering right past the defender.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Never underestimate a defensive lineman's ability to play the passing lanes. Smart defensive linemen keep an eye on the quarterback, and if they see the ball coming out, they're able to get those big, long arms up and try to get a piece of it.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. That's a design quarterback keeper. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
At the 33-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made. Room to run here. Touchdown, Irish. And they go in front here in the second half. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Well, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass. It's Howard. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball in the just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make a jump. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They're set now to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Bringing pressure. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. And he goes down after a huge game. What a play for this offense. The spark they needed. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Howard. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Buckeyes looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Brought down after the takeaway, a big play by the defense to end this quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Scanning the field. It's Leonard. Quick catch over the middle. Tackle made of the play at the 29-yard line. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
High completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's that defense shifting again. Here's the handoff. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
What a shot, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seem to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
First and 10 play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun, looking for his big tight end. And he's got it.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Leonard. Snags the quick throw. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. That huge play sets up a great opportunity. 1st and goal just outside the 5. Behind the line, it's Price. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in 1 game. What a day.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Man, what a train wreck here. The past 3 plays have been so disappointing. They just can't punch it in. You're that close on 3rd down, and then the offensive line just gets dominated at the line of scrimmage, and you have a tackle for a loss. Is your confidence too shot to go for it? Seems like you better try for 3.
It's 4th and goal. Forget the chip shot. They're going for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Irish. This offense is still clicking.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. Fourth down and goal. I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Offense begins at the 40 after that penalty. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offense.
Ohio State, number 4, with the grab and the score.
What have they got cooked up for this two-point conversion attempt? Looking to pass. It's Howard. The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Make some adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Condition here now that we're in the 4th quarter to see this guy get the football just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today.
On the double.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. And he's looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Okay, ready?
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Payne. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they add to their lead. Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. Kickoff booted out of bounds. The offense will start now from the 40. 1st down here for this offense. The DB's backing off from the line now. Tries the right with a quick throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw. It's Howard. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, that interception really about cost him.